Welcome to Tuesday's Market SITREP here at Top Gun Options. My name is Matthew Buckley. My call sign's Wiz, the Chief Options Strategist here at TGO. And good one-day trade. If you're in the weekly options bull put spread on the S&P 500 that we sent out yesterday, you're looking at about a 70% profit in a day for $1,100. I'd look to close that trade. We just got done with our primary live trade brief, where we took a look at a bearish spread on Goldman Sachs and a bullish spread on Brazil on the EWZ. So if you remember, make sure you watch the replay for that, which should be in your inbox right now. Strategically, folks, we also talked about looking at FXI. Rolled over a little bit in its seasonal, kind of Thanksgiving pullback, but the FXI, I would definitely take a look at doing a January 20 long call diagonal. Take a look at year-to-date run in FXI. I thought right around here Trump was going to get a little harder on China to sit on North Korea, maybe label them as he campaigned on. Day one, huge announcement, going to label China a currency manipulator. Of course, he did not. So I bailed out of FXI, but been a great trade since then. As I said, a little bit of a roll, nice pop, and then here's your Thanksgiving rollover. I think the Chinese plunge protection team has kicked in, and FXI and China are going to be very good trades. Also made kind of a strategic announcement today. Under Obama and his crappy economy, never saw 3% annualized GDP in his 8 years. Just absolutely awful. So I predicted, for the past couple of years that China would actually overtake the United States as the world's #1 superpower. I'm changing that, throttling back that prediction. I think this time next year, as I sit here, we're going to be looking at about 4% GDP in the United States, maybe even 4.5% if we get not only the tax cuts passed this week, but infrastructure spending as well, which is Trump's next big rock. So still going to be bullish on FXI. They're still our banker, folks, but not as bullish as I am on the United States. Still have a lot of the naysayers out there. Goldman Sachs last week said, if you love 2018 or 17, you're going to love 2018. Bank of America said 2018 is going to suck. Now we got Vanguard saying there's a 70% chance of a correction. I just don't think that's going to happen, folks. As Goldman talks about this week, bull markets don't die of old age, okay? They usually need a trigger. And as I've predicted and we've called all year, whether it was the failure to repeal Obamacare, pullback, the Comey memo, pullback, fire and fury, we're going to nuke North Korea, pullback, Trump's a racist, and Steve Mnuchin and Gary Kahn need to resign, pullback. Every one of the events this year has been a political pullback. And then since it's kind of been quiet, we've had this rip your face off rally. So bar, anything short of a no kidding shooting war in the Korean Peninsula or in Iran, Saudi flare up in the Gulf, or, maybe a sloppy Brexit, which I just don't think is going to happen. Folks, this market's just going to keep drifting higher. It's just, you can't keep this market down. Oil chasing $60. Our ExxonMobil position that we talked about last week is looking great. We have a bull put spread that's doing very, very well, up about 40% in a week. So even oil's helping the stock market now. So we're at fresh new records for the Dow and the S&P 500. Chairman Powell, it looks like even with Pocahontas, oh my God, did I say that? Am I a racist? Pocahontas was nice to Chairman Powell. I think he's going to get confirmed. And obviously this week, the biggest thing on our radar is the potential tax vote on Thursday. It looks like another gang of 8 are potentially going to make or break this. And Orrin Hatch, who's the Senate Finance Committee chairman, said, hey, it ain't going to be easy. It's going to be a very, very tough time. I think in the end, though, folks, the Republicans need to put a victory on the board this year since they haven't done anything. Be careful being short vol, folks. The short VIX trade, which is printed money year to date, is starting to get a little crowded, and people are going to be wiped out if you're short vol. So, like I said, war in the Middle East, the Korean Peninsula, a sloppy Brexit, just some unforeseen flare-up is going to cause volatility to spike, and if you're short vol, you're going to get wiped out. We had some 4 great trades in the past month and a half. We got bullish double vertical on VXX here, bearish, bullish here, and then bearish. Very nice. I think about 12 grand total in VXX profits, trading volatility. I'll be short vol after it pops, after it's, so, vol popped a little bit during this orderly pullback. As I called and nailed, I said, hey, this isn't the Fred Sanford. This ain't the chest grabbing. This is the big one, Elizabeth. I'm dropping dead here. No, this was an orderly little bit of a sell-off. Volatility had a little bit of a spike, and I sold into it. So don't get me wrong. Being short vol just all the time is stupid, not as a trade. So if you have any questions about that, you need to be in our programs here. Amazon just blowing the doors off of it on Cyber Monday, historic epic records. We also have a bull put spread on Amazon that's looking great. Talked about Tesla not looking so hot. There's just one thing preventing Elon Musk's vision coming true: the law of physics. I think this is a DeLorean story, folks. I couldn't be more bearish on Tesla. Make sure, ladies and gentlemen, if you joined TGO recently with our Black Friday special, first of all, that's for new members, new potential members only. That's only, I think we did this last. I don't know if we're going to do it. It's a hell of a deal, and not really for us, to be honest with you. But you don't get access to the academic training, so make sure you take a look at the PLTB post. You don't get access to the training here at TGO. That wasn't included in the price. That's one of the reasons it was a deal. So it's usually $495 for our academic training, our 8 sessions. We'll give it to you for $195. Make sure you click on the link that's right here in the in the post about our primary live trade brief today. Okay. All right, folks, I got to run. We're doing an Analyze Your Trade session tonight over at Timing Research. I'm going to host that tonight, a roundtable of traders. So if you want to stop by, I'll go ahead and post that link on our Top Gun Options Facebook page, and you can hang out tonight and see the Analyze Your Trade session. Reminder that we're going to do accelerated retirement tomorrow at 10 a.m. instead of 1 p.m. because I'm hopping on a plane out of Miami over to Houston to do a keynote for actually one of our members companies for 75 people in the finance division. Okay, so I got to run. Have a great rest of your day. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge, and God